Does the Bible have authority over our lives? When I was in college freshman, I had a lot of ideas, but not a lot of experiences. And I was also pretty pious. So as I was getting ready for my first set of college finals, I wanted to be not just intellectually ready, I wanted to be spiritually ready. And so I decided that in the week leading up to the finals, that one of those days I would fast. Now, I had never fasted. I really didn't know anyone who had ever fasted, but all I knew was that if you are going to fast, you need to, well, not to eat, and you need to pray a lot. And so I had my day where I was going to fast, and so I got up, I went straight to class, I didn't have breakfast, all was pretty good. But it got a little bit harder at lunch. All of my friends were going to the college cafeteria, and I, not wanting to broadcast that I was fasting, just said that I had something else I had to do. But I really didn't. I didn't eat, and I really didn't pray. I just began to sulk. The day began to drag on. I was getting kind of hungry, and I really didn't want to feel bad because I was fasting and I wanted this to be something good. And so I just kept on going. I kept waiting for something kind of magical to happen. That somehow maybe God would drill all of those answers that I needed for my finals into my head if I just fasted long enough. Well, that evening, I was hungry. And I was really kind of angry with God because God had not really been very present with me during this whole day. So I found myself on my knees, kind of praying out to God. And finally, this idea came into my head. And so I picked up my Bible and I turned to this passage where Elijah, the prophet in the Old Testament, has this encounter with God in the cave. And eventually God comes to him in this still small voice. So I turned to that passage and I looked for it. Now, I decided I'm going to read a little bit ahead before he gets into the cave. And in this passage, Elijah is there. He's underneath a tree and he's praying hard. And finally, God says, "Get up and eat." If I was ever looking for a sign from the Bible, I felt this was it. And so I ended my fast. I got up, went in my Honda Civic, drove to the closest Wendy's, and had the biggest hamburger that I could find. The Bible. The Bible is God's Word. It speaks to us. But how often are you like me that I give the Bible authority, but I don't let it really have authority over my own life? I want to listen to the Bible, but I really don't spend much time in it. As we think about the role of the Bible in our theology and the role of the Bible in our lives, we begin to think, not just does the Bible have authority, but do I give the Bible authority in my life? And not just, is the Bible a good book that we should read, or is the Bible inspired, or how the Bible is inspired, but do I allow the words of the Bible, God's words, God's living words, to speak life into me? Do I take enough time out of my life to allow those words to change me? So this week, during our Believe study, as we prepare for this coming week, I hope that you will think about what the Bible means to you, and that you will begin to give it more authority and really more time. That you will open the Bible that you have in your home or on your phone, and that you will read it. And that you will allow these God-breathed words to breathe life into you. I'm Pastor Eric Spivey of First Baptist Church Cornelian, and I'll see you on Sunday.